I just vomited out two 2-foot long worms, rope worms, parasites, intestinal parasites that God knows how long they've been living inside of me. For the last couple of days, I have been almost incapacitated, purging from both sides. I don't know why, but my body was shutting down. And then finally today, I was fed up. I had been belching out this terrible, obnoxious aroma, this gas that I could not get to stop. And it didn't make any sense. I didn't eat anything that really threw me off that much. But I had intuitively started taking sensitive plant, Mimosa pudica seed capsules, neem oil, oregano oil, drinking wormwood tea, these things that I know that are powerful against parasites. And then after taking a short nap, I woke up feeling terrible. I didn't know why. I'm still belching out all of this grossness. And I said, that's it. I'm forcing it to come out. Whatever needs to come out is just going to come out. And then bam, bam, 2 big fat worms. Now here's the thing. What if I told you that most of modern day ailments, dis-ease, and I'm talking mental, emotional, and physical, is originated in the fact that you, like everybody here alive on this planet, has parasites? Yes, everything theoretically can be tied to parasites. Now, modern medicine is going to fight you tooth and nail on this. And now I am not a doctor and blah, blah, blah. Don't take any medical advice from me. And also, it's important for you to get rid of your parasites. Humans have always had them. Ancient cultures, tribal cultures have always had remedies, plants, roots, bitter herbs that we have taken at specific times in order to rid ourselves of these parasites. Hell, I have used Kambo, which is a frog venom that you apply to a superficial burn on your skin that promotes the purging effect of the body to get rid of parasites. I have done juice cleanses. I have fired worms out the backside of me in the numbers of dozens, if not now up in hundreds. These things range from small all the way to 2, 3, 4 feet long, meter long intestinal parasites. And look, yes, I've lived in foreign countries. Yes, I've lived in places that have poor food quality. But I don't think it matters. I think all of us have these things. And it is our opportunity or responsibility to get rid of them, because they know how to mess with your mental and emotional states. You see, parasites, when you eat, they eat first. They are so highly evolved and intelligent, they can get in and lock into your intestinal system. And then once that food starts to come in, they start to feed before you get all the nourishment. So it might be that you're eating a lot of food, but you're not getting all of the actual nourishment that you need, because these things are feeding themselves first. And guess what? They know how to mess with your emotions. They know how to pollute your system with chemicals. They know how to pull on your strings to make you feel emotions like stress and anxiety and fear, so that you'll go and eat. Eating has been the most powerful, the deepest coping mechanism that humans know, because eating is the first thing that we do. When we come out of the womb, we're freaking out. We don't know where we are. We don't know what's going on. And then typically we latch onto the nipple and we start to suck and we start to get that food. That breast milk soothes us. The swallowing mechanism triggers the vagus nerve, starts to soothe our entire body. You can actually use these things, swallowing and breathing and different aspects, to trigger those parasympathetic nervous system to engage and for us to relax. And the thing is that our parasites are so highly evolved that they know that if they get us into stress-like states, it's often that we will start to engage in those consumption behaviors that will feed them exactly what they want. Now, I'm going to put up some pictures here in just a moment, so trigger warning for you. These are pretty foul. These are pretty gross. I have worms that have come out of me whether they are liver flukes, which are small little flatworms that I had to expel from my liver doing a specific liver cleanse. I have ropeworms, I've had hookworms, I've had all kinds of things come out of me. Now, if you're going to go and Google this information, there's a lot of conflicting information. In fact, you'll probably find a lot of stuff that says ropeworms are made up, that these things that people like me are passing out of our system are not real, or they're some type of mucus, or there's some type of biofilm. Whatever they're gross and they need to get out of our system. And I will tell you that when I have passed these things, I have tremendous emotional releases, or oftentimes right before I pass them, I have tremendous emotional releases because they are related. These things can be passed down to us through our ancestry. They can be passed down to us from our parents through the womb in our mother. They can be transmitted from the male into the female through sex. And unfortunately, there's a lot of conflicting information out there because there's a lot of people like me that are having these anecdotal experiences, photos and photographic evidences. And then there's also going to be the pharmaceutical companies and all these other industries that are going to say this stuff doesn't exist. But why would that happen? Why would the systems that be want to prevent us from knowing how to get rid of these parasites? Well, because they make us crazy. They drive us to impulsive behaviors that keep us small, keep us low, keep us in lower vibrational states, impulsive behaviors that keep us knocking each other up through impulsive sexual desires and perpetuating this lineage of parasites. They keep us eating junk food, they keep us smoking cigarettes, they keep us doing all the things that are keeping us down. Humans and humanity has created a system where we do not want the majority of humans to survive or to thrive because we feed the machine, just like the Matrix. By the way, great scene in the Matrix when there is a parasite that they have to pull from Neo because the agents implant a parasite into his belly. Very interesting, the symbology that they use there, right? The imagery is very powerful. What if it's all real? What if your journey in the Matrix involves parasitic entities? Now, I thought it was really interesting because when 2020 came around and that thing happened and people started to find alternative remedies, a lot of what people found was stuff like ivermectin. And what is ivermectin? It is an anti-parasitic. So what was causing that thing that was happening all over the world? Was it truly a virus? Or was it potentially just the side effects of parasitic entities, parasites in the body that were triggered by something? Now, I'm going to let you go down the rabbit hole on that because there's so much stuff that you can find. But what I want you to understand is you have parasites. You do. If you're alive, if your heart is beating, if you are breathing, you have parasites. And it is up to you to get rid of those parasites. Because once you get rid of them, you're going to have more clarity. You're going to have better digestive health. And your gut is responsible for producing 80% of your serotonin. So a lot of the people that deal with depression, addiction, it's because you're not producing the proper chemicals naturally inside of yourself because there's something else that's hijacking you. So there's a lot of different ways to go about detoxification. If you're interested, I'm going to put a couple of different accounts on Instagram and YouTube. Gut Health Gladiator, my bro Chris Ellington, is really good at this stuff. And then Jonathan David is also a detox coach, and he helped me to go through my first 40-day juice cleanse combined with parasite protocols that helped me to clear out all of these different things from my intestinal systems. Now, they're not just in your intestines, they can be anywhere in the body. I have dealt with toxoplasmosis, which toxoplasma is a, what do they call it? It's not an amoeba, but it is a type of parasite that it lives in the brain. Now, it causes rats to lose their fear response so that they can go in front of a cat, get eaten by the cat, so toxoplasma can reproduce in the cat intestinal system, be passed through its system into feces. That feces can then help it to spread to other animals, including humans, and I almost lost my eye. Now, if that's in my eye, which my eye is in my brain, it's part of my neural system, then what in the world have I had to deal with over the last 10 years since I got that infection? I've made a lot of really terrible decisions. I wonder if those were influenced by parasites. Look, do your own research, do your own homework. I'm not a physician, I'm not a doctor, but I am somebody who has passed a significant amount of these things. Whatever they are gnarly. And I know when I pass them, I feel different. My emotions change. I sometimes feel sadness. I sometimes feel joy and elation. It's quite bittersweet, almost like when cutting a friend out of your life. So, that being said, do your own research, check out some of these guys in the process, and look, if you're dealing with addiction, I can help you to release those patterns. And one of the strategies that we might take and implement in the process of healing your unconscious mind, your ancestral wounds, your past and parallel lifetime wounds that you've carried into this is probably going to be change your diet, put better things inside of you, and get rid of these damn parasites because they are messing up your life. I'll leave it at that. Please forgive me for the gnarly photos and also, exciting, isn't it? So, have fun. Oh, and if you want to check out and go deeper down the rabbit hole, I would highly check out, I think you can get it on free on Audible, is the Ropeworm Detox Bible or Protocol. And I'm going to share that link with you below because it is fascinating and I'm pretty sure it's free. Welcome to the rabbit hole. Get these things out of your body. Humanity cannot heal and elevate without it. Time to clear our bodies. Enjoy.